What's up, guys? This is Patrick from wpbuilderhelper, and in today's video we're going to be diving into Brix's new WooCommerce features. We're going to look at them, we're going to look at the good, the bad, the ugly, and talk about what I think you can expect going forward with Brix and WooCommerce. Also, as a small note, my computer crashed, so unfortunately the last video series I was doing, which was the WooCommerce for Zion, I lost most of those files, which kind of sucks. I was able to retrieve a lot of the logo files and stuff like that because they were done online, and I was able to get some of the pictures back. So I'm going to do that, but I'll probably just do it in one video moving forward from here. So a lot of people didn't really tune into it, didn't like it, so I'll probably just do one long video because that makes more sense. But let's talk Brix and WooCommerce, and let's get started. What's up, guys? So here we are again. We're inside of the Brix website itself, and I wanted to take you on a rundown of what they're offering with WooCommerce currently and what's missing out of it and everything like that. And as you can see, phase 2 here says that they're having a cart and checkout pages where you're going to be able to edit those. So it says, after the introduction of our visual WooCommerce builder in Brix, you'll be able to create your product listing, single product pages with Brix. The second phase will be the cart and checkout pages with Brix. Pages like account and thank you will follow an additional phase. So unfortunately, it's going to be 3 phases, it sounds like. And that kind of sucks. I mean, waiting for things in 3 phases, I'd almost rather if they would have put it out in 1 phase. But I guess it's a good way to get to test it and see if you actually like it or if you're going to be able to use it in your current designs or whatever the case. So let's take a look at it and let's go and see. So here we've got a basic Brix website that I put together using some of the basic stuff. And for brevity and everything, I've already added a little cart icon here. It's just a basic template, and all of this is basic WooCommerce. So there's nothing special about it. It's essentially all the same things that you would normally see if you had a normal page with Oxygen or anything else. So one important thing to note is that you do not edit the shop pages or the account pages directly with Brix. So for instance, at this time, to my knowledge, you're not going in and editing these directly, because I think when you try and edit them, they basically don't load up anything. That's not how, and this is exactly the same way that Oxygen works. So for those who don't know, I've talked about this before, but WooCommerce is just basically a bunch of short codes. Now, one thing that Oxygen does that I really like, that I'm hoping that Brix will eventually get to the point to do, is they take those short codes and they let you edit them or tweak them with general colors and things like that. I don't know if Brix is doing that or if they're doing the Elementor way, which is more of dropping in their own elements in there, and basically it's like a skin wrapped around these WooCommerce parts, and you can go in and edit them. But you know, it's half a dozen one way or half a dozen another. You can do it however you really want to. At the end of the day, as long as your stuff comes out correctly, that's all that really matters, and that's all the customers care about. So if you want to edit most of the WooCommerce stuff, you're going to go in templates for the most part. And in order for you to build something like you saw on the front page of our demo site, which is just a product archive, you would start here and you would name it product archive, something along those lines. I spelled that wrong. That's because I can't type. So something along those lines. And if you go over here, let me drag this down real quick. You'll be able to select product archive and you'd see it there. Oh, I even spelled that wrong. Spelling. It sucks. But wait, why? What? Why? Oh, I spelled it completely wrong. No wonder why. So, you would go from there. You publish this page, so always publish, and then you go to edit with Brix. From here, you'll see at the very top, we've got this WooCommerce. And probably one of the first things you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab this products page and you're going to want to put it on the page. You could start, I'd recommend starting, there's no templates that are in here. I know they said that there's some templates that are coming specifically for WooCommerce. Like it says they have single product, but there's no single product yet. I also don't see anything with archive other than these two. So you don't have a choice very much of templates that you could use. So we're going to have to build this from scratch. So I would recommend inserting a container first, just so you have a basis. I mean, technically you could just drag the product to the page, but always use a container. It's probably better to organize it that way. And then from there, and as you can see, it didn't even take my products the way I wanted it to. So now we could go to here, and now it's inside the container like it's supposed to be. So you can kind of see that you have this product page, and let's add in just for just to make it look a little bit better. Let's go to layouts real quick. This is more of a aggravation with me, and the top and the bottom. We're going to add in 100 and 100, maybe not 100. Maybe let's go 50. Let's go 50 and then 50. So this is just going to add some space to the top and the bottom. It's just something that I don't like the way it looks when it's sitting right on top of this. So as you can see, this is our product archive page. And if we start editing it, you'll quickly see that there's both good and bad with this. So let me start off with the good. So the good news is they've got a lot that you can do with this. You can adjust the columns any way you want. You can also adjust the gap. But here's where some tricky things come in. So if we adjust the columns, let's say that we want 3 columns, you'll see it goes to 3. And if we want to increase them or decrease them, you can go up to 6 total. You can go to 2, you can go to 1. You can set it up however you want to set it. Can you go to 8? You can go to 8. For some reason, you can't select 8. Can you go to 9? So it'll keep going as high as you want it to, but for some reason, you can't select above 6. I wonder if that's just because of the way it works or if that's CS Grid. I don't know. Then you've got this gap function, which appears to be the gap between the items themselves. So this is vertically, not horizontally. Gap function's interesting, but I personally think that it's stupid because you can't adjust top and bottom, which I think is needed, especially if you're doing fewer items and you just want a little bit more space. There's no way to do that. So I'll show you why there's no way to do that, because technically if you go on the back end and you go into here and you go into layout, I tried playing with the margin of this or the padding, and it doesn't do anything. So, well, that's funny. Wait, I'm sorry. So let's set that back. So the padding for this is just the padding for this. It's not the individual products. And I don't think bottom, does bottom actually affect? Oh, it does. Okay, that sucks. It just, so it adds padding to the bottom, but it's doing it per row. So if you do this, oh, that's kind of crappy. Okay, that's kind of crappy. So if you want to add space to this, so if we set this to 0 and 0, you'll see what I mean. So in order for you to adjust this from the top and the bottom, but not adjust the rows, you should have something that should be, whenever you click this, you should have something in the content right here where you can do gap, you know, the top and the bottom, but then also affect this in a way where it doesn't just, I don't know. I don't like that. So if I add in, let's go 25 and 25, it's going to add in 25 margins a pixel here, 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 here. So it doubles here. So it actually adds in 50 here. And then it adds in 25 down at the bottom. That's weird the way that that works. It's not my favorite. I wish that there were another way. However, let's keep going. So if you go to product fields, you'll notice that you have your featured image, your post title link, you'll have your Woo product price, and then your Woo add to cart. So something to note is that you can go in here and you can go into this little dynamic data and you go all the way down, and I think you'll have product, and then you can start adding certain things. So for instance, if you wanted to add that a product was on sale or featured, you could do that. So right now you won't see that. It doesn't actually show that. But let's see. Let's pick something else that would actually show. So let's choose a product, maybe a rating. So if we choose a rating here, let's wait. I think we've added too many products. Yeah, so now we have the 4 products. Although, as you can see, when you do that, as soon as I did that and I added this add to cart, it started messing with the alignment of it, which once again is weird. And this may be, so it worked before, but now when I go here and I go to layout, and I think this is what I was running into, it'll add 50, but then when I add the bottom, see, it's not affecting it right. There's something going on with the coding of this that makes it questionable. And, you know, that's something that you should know about, because if you're going to be using this, then you got to know that that's just the way it is. So we're probably going to just delete this for now, because in all honesty, it doesn't look good. But now you can see it's broken. Like, it broke this specific thing just by adding the field. I do like link to the entire product, but now that fixed it. So that's rather strange. Go back to the layout, maybe adjust this 25, 25. So now that's just probably a bug, but regardless, that still needs to be fixed. A little bit disappointed that that wasn't caught, since it's such a major bug, at least with adjusting this, but this is a big button, so I'm not surprised. If you go to right here, you can query how many products on your page you want to have. So if you want to have something like 25, it'll take 25 products and it'll put them on the page, or as many as you have that are listed. So for instance, I think these are all the products that we have, and we choose 25, and it brings up 25. Meanwhile, if you just want 3, you can choose 3, and you can keep going up from there, and it'll keep adding products for however many you would want to do. So for instance, for here, we're doing 12. You can also go to the date by doing it by popularity, or by rating, or by name, or by random. Random's kind of neat because it comes up with something different. You can also choose product type, so single product, group products, variable product. Let's choose simple products. Those tend to be the easier ones to figure out. You've got include, exclude, which most of these everybody's going to know. Then you've got product categories, so you can choose things like just clothing, or you can choose t-shirts, or you can choose hoodies, you can choose accessories, you can choose whatever you want. You can literally customize this. It's very, very customizable. Then you've got things like on sale. So this will let you choose if something is on sale. So these are just the items that are on sale. I wish that there was a little banner that would specifically tell you that they were on sale. These are the featured products, which are there, which once again, I wish there was a little banner or something that would tell you that there's a featured, but maybe that will come in the future. And then with the widgets are the things that are above and below the current grid. So if we go to, we can go to order by, you can have default sorting here, and then you can choose the result count. So this is 11 results. So it's showing you, hey, we found 11 things basically by your sorting, and it gives you some default sorting that you can kind of use in there, which is always useful. And then after the grid, you could choose something like pagination, which is very useful if somebody wants to see all of the different pagination, and you could do the result count there also. So you can see that you have results. But because pagination isn't shown, because it's showing most of the things that you want, then you know that there's more results on this page. You've also got sorting options here. So for the most part, that's good and dandy. Let's save this real quick. And then if you go into typography, you can start adjusting the fonts in here. Now, one thing to note is that you cannot macro adjust the fonts for any of these on a minute level without building out your own page. So you could build out your own archive page with each one of these, like product image, title, price, add to cart. They allow you to do that. So just like Oxygen, you could build this out. But the problem with that is I don't think the filtering would work as well. I'm not exactly sure. I'd have to play with it a lot more to know if the filtering. But when you're adjusting the typography, once again, this is something I would have thought was baked into it, but it's not. It's adjusting it for everything, but then you can see it's kind of changing the colors of certain things, but it's not changing the colors of everything. I mean, that's a little bit disappointing that there aren't more options here, and there should be, where you can specifically adjust certain things. But regardless, it's enough that you can get whatever you need done. So let's save this. Another thing you want to note with any of these templates is when you start going in here and go into templates, you do want to go into your template setting, which is right here at the top, and go into here. Once you've selected that, you want to take and pick conditions of how you want to do your template. So for us, we're going to say that it's going to be an archive. It's going to be a post type archive, and we're going to choose a product. So after that, if we save it and then we go back into the front end, you will see that once we go to our actual home page, which will be right here, you'll see that this has been updated with the new colors. Even though they don't look good, it is what it is. That's just showing you what you could do. Now, the next thing for us to edit is the single page. So once again, we do not want to take and just go to just edit, because that's not going to work. In order to do a single page, and as a matter of fact, let's do this, because we do want to see what this page looks like. So let's go here. Let's open it in a new tab. And I'm going to go to templates, and I just want to use this as a reference just so that you can see how we can build this. So we're going to go to add new template, and we're going to call this product. Let's see if I can actually spell this time, template. And then we can go to single product here, publish, and then from publish, we're going to go to edit with bricks once again. So for the product template, this is a little bit different. This is where you can really customize this however you want to. So for instance, you can insert in container, and I would really recommend that you use the container feature here, because as you can see, this is like so this is a single row, obviously, that goes across the top, but then you have a double right here. Then you've got another single. Then you've got the related products, which may or may not, you may not have to create this. But let's just see what we can do just using what they have. So we want to recreate that page. So for instance, you've got all the different things here. So the first thing they have is they have some breadcrumbs, which I did see in here, and I played with them a little bit. Let me see. So WooCommerce breadcrumbs. So we can drop this in here. So now, as you can see, we have the WooCommerce breadcrumbs, which is cool. That's nice. And then from here, I don't know if it would be easier to just drop this. I guess it'd be easier to do another container. Let's go with another container. So this is just the breadcrumbs container, essentially. And we could start building the rest with another container that we would wrap it in, because we want the breadcrumbs kind of by themselves. I mean, you could do it however you want to do it, in all honesty. For this, we should have, so I should have selected the double container. So if we go right here, we can select it for horizontal and inner container, let's say 2, and then do it like that. So perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. So we can exit out of here, and now we can start playing with the page and seeing what we have. So they have a featured image here. So I'm pretty sure if we go here, there should be a product gallery product meta, product related products. So I'm pretty sure it's the gallery. So we can go in here and we can drop that in here, and you can kind of see that that wasn't even put in the right place. Let's exit out of this. Uh-oh. Are we stuck? Oh, that's strange. So I'm not exactly sure, but it looks like we got stuck somehow with the opening of this. That's annoying. So let's just delete this out again. That's weird. So we're going to go back to the product gallery and let's insert this. So there we go. That's it. That was annoying. I didn't know that if you click on this, it automatically goes to pop-up. That should probably be disabled on startup, but whatever. So let's edit this. And you can see it's set to 4 columns. That's weird. Let's add in some layout. Let's add in some padding just to have some, just to make it a little bit smaller, because I don't think we need, maybe not even that much, maybe like 10. It doesn't need to be on top of everything. And then, this is the name, price, sample product, and then the add to cart. So we're going to do the same thing as theirs. We're going to go back to the elements. So they've got the title. They've got the price, which we're going to add into here. They've got the short description, which is there. And then they've got the add to cart button, which is there. So now you can see we've got the add to cart button and everything like that. Then you've got like basically a horizontal bar. So if we wanted to add in a divider, we would just add in a divider on here. This is highly annoying, but you can see that divider needs some basic padding, top and bottom. So maybe, let's see, did we actually click on the divider itself? Let's go here. Okay. So that's too much. Let's go right there, top and bottom. Okay. And obviously we would want more spacing with this. So just be aware that when you're doing this, you could probably go into the actual settings of your container. So in this case, we go into the container settings and you could add in some space depending on how you wanted to set it. We're not going to do that right now just because I don't want to get into the minute details. We're just kind of building this out, but you could add space between it if you wanted to do that, because they're 2 separate containers and you could definitely go in and add some space between them using some of the options that are here. Instead, let's continue to build. So they've got a SKU and they've got categories. Well, first they've got a button. They've got SKU categories. So let's do that. Let's go in and let's add in this add to cart button. And let's see what this. So wait, that's the add to cart button, but I just noticed something that's different. So the add to cart button, I didn't even realize, but the add to cart button doesn't allow you to add in quantity. And I don't see anything that's actually got quantity. Maybe it's product stock. Let's try that. No, stock management. That's definitely not it. Although maybe it is. Maybe it's stock. It doesn't even look like they have that. It doesn't even look like they have this function of adding more than one. Like if I want to buy 5 of them, I can't even customize this to buy 5. I don't even see a place where you can go in and do that. Product tabs. Let's see. Add to cart. Well, let's keep going. Let's see. There's not a SKU. Maybe that's product meta. Let's look at the meta. So yes, that's your meta. You've got related products. You've got product tabs. You've got product upsells. So let's add in a product upsell in here. Let's see what that looks like. Not real. No upsells to show. So we could still leave that there. That's just, but I'll take it off for right now since there's no upsells to show. You could add in product rating and everything else. So, product stock. See, I'm thinking maybe that is product stock. It's got to be. It's got to be. It's got to be related to product stock, which would make more sense. So now that we've got that container done in that container, and you also want to make sure that while you're doing this, you're naming these containers too. So as to try and not make this as ridiculous as possible, let's go to the next container, which I'm pretty sure this is the tab information, if I'm not mistaken. This is most likely the tab. So we're going to add in our container, and it's just a one container, and then we'll go in here and we'll add in the product tabs. So yep, there's your reviews, there's your descriptions, and then from here, it looks like you can change the tabs. You can adjust some of the settings of the way the tabs look and everything like that. You can't actually switch the tabs though. Like it just goes to active and everything, but you can't switch them. Also, in this original one, the related products is at the bottom of this page, but in this one, it's not. So it's like this is all put together without using that. So in our case, if we wanted related products, then we would probably have to add it at the very bottom, like ahead of this. See, but it says no related products to show, so that's probably, once again, that's probably due to me not having everything set up, but I just wanted to set this up from scratch. So then we'd save this page. Let's save it. It's a basic template, and we go into settings, and you want to go into page settings again, and you want to go into conditions, and from here, we're going to choose, instead of archive, we're going to choose post type, and we want to do product as our post type, and we want to save it. And now when we go on the back end and we actually look at this and we go to our page, so let's load up our page from here. You can see that when we click on this, it should go to our page and not, yes, it's going to our page and not the default page. So the default page was this, which you could argue looks better, looks worse, whatever. But we could adjust all of this, and that's the beauty of it, and it works much of the same way that everything else works. And now that I'm seeing this, funny thing is it does have the quantity. It does have the add to cart. That's weird. Why didn't it show that before? Is it just because of the product itself? It might have been. It might have been just the product itself was causing it to do that, because yeah, now I'm seeing it. And so if you want to take and you want to look at this, you'll notice very quickly that it'll let you add this to cart. And if we go to cart, you got your cart there. So there's some things here that are good. I mean, this is good. But if you're coming from something like Oxygen, you're going to probably want some more customization built into this, because there's not enough of in my humble opinion. There needs to be a little bit more customization built in. Just small, minute things that they could build in, but still, this is a good first attempt. I'm happy to see. I'm not happy for 3 phases of WooCommerce, but that's fine. I get it. The first phase, you got to do a first phase and a second phase. I'm sure there's a reason behind that development-wise why you would break it up like that. But so far, this is the WooCommerce builder, and you could get by with it. You could definitely build something simple with it. I mean, it's got the Ajax cart. That's actually pretty impressive, because most people don't add the Ajax cart at very first. So I'm happy to see that at least that exists, that you can go in and you can add a bunch of stuff. And if we add in things here, they'll all show up in this cart, and that's neat. That's neat. So I'm happy to see that. I think at some point they said that they were going to, it might have actually been here, work on an off-screen, off-canvas cart or quick view, etc. So that would be cool. It'd be cool to see that, like have an off-canvas where it pops up over here or something like that. But I hope you guys have liked this. I think in one of our next videos, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through WooCommerce as a whole with all of the builders, like take Elementor, Oxygen, Bricks, and kind of pit them together and see what the difference between them is, and try not to make a super long video. So I hope you guys like this basic tutorial of going over what's going on with the WooCommerce builder in Bricks, and I will see you guys next time.